Doctor Who Blink, the 10th episode of Series 3, is written by Stephen Moffat and starring David Tennant and Freema Agyeman. Part of the story is based off the short story in Doctor Who Annual 2006 called What I Did on My Christmas Holidays by Sally Sparrow, when Sally was only 12 years old, which apparently is the 9th Doctor's story. The idea of weeping angels was Stephen Moffat when he sees angel statue in a graveyard when he went out with his family, and he held that idea ever since, which is cool. And yeah, it's worth it because they're fantastically well designed monsters and well written. It was also inspired based on children's game statues. So after Stephen Moffat withdrawn from writing the Dalek 2-parter story and Helen Raynaud took over, Moffat decided to write a Dr. Light story, and we get this episode. The practice began with Love and Monsters, so it began with this young woman called Sally Sparrow, played by Carey Mulligan, and the character is very likeable, and I like this character as much as Elton, and I think they're both great. Carey was really concerned about David Tennant having small scenes, but when the episode came out, she was really happy with the final result. So Sally investigates an old spooky house, ripping off the wallpaper, seeing warning messages written on the wall. Already we know it's a scary episode. And yeah, we end up jump when the weeping angel threw a rock. Throughout this episode we see the Doctor wearing glasses on screen giving a warning and tell us not to blink for very good reason. So Sally somehow let herself in Kathy Nightingale's house to make a cuppa when she phoned Kathy while she's sleeping, warning Sally that she's about to meet her brother Larry, who's apparently naked. I thought that scene was funny when he's like, "Pants?" And Sally replied, "No." It didn't seem to traumatise her at all. But yeah, Kathy went mad and told Larry to put them on. Anyway, moving on from Larry's early morning glory, Kathy and Sally went over to Spooky House and looking at the messages on walls and weeping angels with their hands covering their eyes. A bloke who turns out to be Kathy's grandson rang the doorbell and gave Sally a letter. Meanwhile, Kathy gets touched by a weeping angel and sent back in time. At Hull in 1920 met a random guy sitting on a wall, eating his apple and reading his newspaper, who she later married to.
It's all Hull.
1920.
When Sally understandably finds the photos of Kathy in old times very sick, so she then went to see Larry at the DVD shop, letting him know Kathy loves him, and he gave Sally the list of 17 DVDs. So Sally went down to the police station and she meets Detective Billy Shipton and went under the car park to discover the TARDIS. I loved how Billy reacts to TARDIS as ridiculous, windows are the wrong size, ordinary lock, but no key can fit in. So after that, he asks Sally out. She gave him her phone number and walks away, but then Billy closes his eyes and gets transported to 1969, and he meets the Doctor and Martha. And yeah, that's the first episode where the Doctor says wibbly wobbly timey wimey. Fantastic line.
It's more like a big ball of wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff.
Unfortunately, when the Doctor requests Billy to give Sally a message, it's going to take him 38 years time, and the day he died in a hospital, which is really sad. What the weeping angels do, they zap you to a different time and allow you to live to death at the exact time where the weeping angel got you. It's funny how it became a catchphrase for Billy, where young Billy says to Sally, "Life is short and you are hot," and then the old Billy says, "Life is long and you are hot." So Sally phones Larry and meets up with her in an old house with a portable DVD player. I enjoyed the reference where Larry tells Sally she lives in Scooby-Doo house. Funny enough, the Doctor and Martha are in 1969, and that's the year when Scooby-Doo cartoon first broadcasted.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? We got some work to do now.
So yeah, I like that trivia. So Larry and Sally are speaking to the Doctor on screen, except not really, because he's recording himself reading the transcript that Larry is writing, Sally's part, which is really clever. But anyway, he requests Sally to send the TARDIS back to the Doctor so he can get out of 1969. Funny that Larry likes the line, "The angels have the phone box."
The angels have the phone box.
The angels have the phone box. That's my favourite. I've got that on a t-shirt.
While they're talking, you can see the shadow of Weeping Angel moving in the hallway, which is really intense. We learn that Weeping Angels are the lonely assassins. They can't look at each other, and obviously they can only move if no one sees them. We get the famous line, and don't blink.
Don't turn your back, don't look away, and don't blink. Good luck.
When Sally and Larry looks up, there is a Weeping Angel making this raw impression with a jump scare.
You're not looking at the statue.
Neither are you.
TV never really scares me. I like the scary stuff, which is probably what got me into Doctor Who. So the Weeping Angels locked the door so Sally can't get out. So poor Larry is scared while looking at one Weeping Angel, and he's worried that another 3 is coming behind him. When they went down to the cellar and turning lights off, coming after Sally and Larry, and luckily they made it inside the TARDIS. That was really intense. First time watching this at 8 years old, I felt my heart pounding so fast. I bet to those watching this episode and got scared, they'd be getting nightmares. So after putting the disc into the console, the TARDIS dematerializes, leaving Sally and Larry behind, and I'm thinking, Doctor, what are you doing? Don't leave them behind. They're surrounded by Weeping Angels.
Look at them, quick, look at them!
But then I did forget that if Weeping Angels looked at each other, they can't move again.
They're looking at each other. They're never gonna move again.
So we can see what the Doctor did there. He tricks the Weeping Angels. A year after this event, Sally works in a DVD shop with Larry. So while Larry goes to the shop, Sally finds the Doctor and Martha carrying bow and arrow. That was before they get sent to 1969. So she hands the transcripts and everything to the Doctor. When he said 4 things and a lizard, I saw this on memes.
What was your name?
Sally Sparrow.
Good to meet you, Sally Sparrow.
Finley Robertson plays Larry Nightingale, who works in a DVD shop. He's a big movie fan, and later dates Sally. I really like that character. Apparently in one script of The Stolen Earth, which is Series 4 finale, the DVD shop run by Larry and Sally would have been crushed by a Dalek ship, but this scene wasn't filmed. In the Lonely Assassins game, it tells the full story of Larry's disappearance. The game's secret ending reveals that after his wife Natasha was taken into the past by an angel, he did not vanish because of an angel saving him from one of the Lonely Assassins. The 13th Doctor took him to the 1920s so he could live happily with Natasha in the past. UNIT promised to wipe all evidence of their lives in the 1920s. The 4th episode of the valid BBC Sound series, Redacted Angels, reference this fate.
I don't know, maybe I don't stand a chance, but last time, me, Sally and the Doctor used their own gazes to lock them in stone.
So the episode ends with the Doctor making a speech on screen saying "Don't blink," with many shots of random statues. Makes us wonder if they can move as well. If that could create war. Could you imagine if it happened? Man, this episode's terrifying.
And don't blink.
You can't deny it's really scary. And of course, it's not only a scary episode, I really enjoyed that episode. I think it's Stephen Moffat's best one. What do you guys think of Blink? Drop it down in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.